Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Friday, the 8th of April, comes to you from London. And apologies for the last couple of days, there's been no charts today. I've had a minor surgery, so it just meant that I wasn't able to record charts today. I did manage to do the reports, so keep an eye out for those. But looking at the markets, we're seeing a little bit of green on the screen this morning. Dollar is still looking strong, remembering this is my weekly, daily and 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term and short-term view of the market with the corresponding point and figure targets. Got a surging target here for 3.7% upside on the dollar index, so dollar looking strong. That means the euro, of course, is looking weaker, and we're seeing that sitting below the 110 level, just falling lower all the time. So watch for new lows below that March low, and of course some very big downside targets. Down 5% here on the short-term chart, and a lot of eyes will be on the French election, of course. Macron looking like there's going to be a little bit of a threat from Le Pen, so that is one to watch. Looking at the Japanese yen against the dollar, we're seeing the dollar is looking stronger here. That's really surged so far this year. We said 2022 would be the year of the dollar, so here it is, and we've got still a big upside target there. Sterling just holding that 130 level against the dollar, so that's quite key there. And against the euro, we're back above the 120 level this morning, just so it's more about euro weakness than sterling strength. Of course, the dollar is the main candidate there for strength. Bitcoin is sitting at just under $44,000, so still holding its long-term position. So we're seeing there looking stronger. And if we look at the futures this morning, we see the S&P, it was up just slightly yesterday, up 0.4%. And if we look at the futures this morning, we're up 0.5%. So it looks like the market will have a little bit of a rise. But of course, we are at risk here of this lower low. And of course, we haven't seen the markets this year have just, since the beginning of the year, we've been falling away in stocks. And so that continues to be stocks are weak. The DAX in Germany has really struggled. The futures up 1.7% this morning, and the same for the cash market. But this 15,000 level just can't get back above that. It hit the resistance there. That was the previous support, now falling away. So German stocks still looking at risk. Asia was mostly up. We see Japan was up 0.3%. Not stellar rises here. We had China up 0.5% as it still battles with coronavirus and really at risk now of turning long-term bearish, with downside targets still to act towards. The Aussie market was up 0.5%. The Sensex in India up 0.75%, looking stronger and back above the cloud, unlike a lot of other Western markets. So looking pretty strong there. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. We've got wheat up 0.5% this morning, so still looking very strong there on the chart, having fallen back from that peak. We've found support around that 1,000 mark. Gold is down slightly, just really sticking to this 1930 level like glue. We are seeing silver and platinum and palladium. Palladium is actually up 1.5%, so that's looking strong there. Copper up nearly 1%, still looking pretty strong there on the chart as well. And if we look at US 10-year yields, this has been a real telltale, sitting at 2.67% there, so looking very strong indeed. Looking at the energy mix, well, first of all, the big story is German power closed at a new all-time high last night, and it surged up nearly 3% this morning. That's from a post on LinkedIn. So that's looking very strong indeed. We've got Brent crude up 1.3% as we come to the wire on this support level. It's starting to look a little bit more like a descending triangle building, but it'll be very interesting. We've got good upside targets here, so we really next week will be critical as to which way we'll break here. This 100 level is now really quite a critical level from Brent crude. US nat gas still looking strong above $6, $6.38 this morning. So that's looking strong. Coal's holding on to its gains this this week. Of course, news that Europe might ban Russian coal having an impact on the market as well. And emissions starts at last. We're back above that €80 mark. We actually went out to clients this morning as bullish because we've got these two upside targets. Doesn't mean we'll break this 82 level, but we do have upside targets. So we're a bit more bullish, just waiting for this 60-minute target to be activated into the 80s. So at last we're seeing a break there. Gas prices up this morning as well, up 3% on TTF and on NBP, up by a similar amount. Not enough to put us back above the cloud on the 60-minute chart, but we are just seeing that gas is potentially making this higher low from the levels that we saw in February. That's it for today. Have a great weekend. Until Monday, happy charting. Bye for now.